Hey everyone, today I'm going to be working on a Father's Day card. It's part of the series for my sister-in-law, and I'm making the card for her husband. And I made this race car. It's from the Paper Dolls for Everyday cartridge, and it's the accessory 3 for the race car guy on page 56, and all I did was put it on my Cricut software and change the dimension of it to what I wanted it to be, and I cut it out. Unfortunately, there's no layers for it, but what I did was I cut it in black the first time, and then I cut it in the color I wanted the body to be, and just cut the wheels off. There's little notches, so it's really easy to cut the wheels off of it. And then I just tape some white paper over the hubcaps and some black over the windows, and then I've just got pop dots on here because I'm going to pop dot it up. My base of my card is going to be the slime green, and it is 4 1/4 by 11, folded in half to make a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Card base. And then my layer is this white layer. It's just plain white paper, and it's cut at 4 1/4 by 4 by 5 1/4. So what I did was I took a piece of black paper and just lined up a ruler or a piece of anything with a straight edge and made a little road. And I'm going to just trim a little bit off on this side here. Usually I would use my trimmer, but it's really hard to get it in there to cut just a tiny little piece off. So there's that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, all I used was white gel pen to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a yellow, this happens to be a Bic Market permanent marker. You can't read it, but that's what it is. And I'm just going to color in my dotted lines to make them yellow. I'm sure you could use any kind of marker you have to do this. I'm just coloring the gel pen yellow. If you had a yellow gel pen, you could just use that in the first place, but I don't. So I found that this works just as well. And then if you want, you can color the outside lines yellow. You don't have to. But you just have to kind of color it in. You can take more time than I'm doing it. I'm just really quick coloring it in. And that's done. No fuss, no muss. Nice, quick. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and line it up across my white layer, or you know what, we might just do it across the entire bottom of the card. I'm not sure how I want to do that. You know what? Maybe we will just do it across the white layer. And then I'm just going to take a pencil and just mark where it needs to be cut off at. And I'm just going to grab a pair of scissors and just snip it off. I'm going to use my ATG gun to adhere it. Just a couple strips of it. And then I'm just going to line it up on the bottom of my white paper. And there we go. And then we'll set the race car on top of it. The car number we did this year, I asked my sister-in-law about what color, or you know, what she wanted the car to look like and number-wise, and it's his second Father's Day, so we made it the number 2 car. So we thought that was kind of neat. And then I have this Father's Day stamp. It is by Paper Impressions. I just got it at Hobby Lobby.
Hey, shut up. Lay down.
So I'm just gonna, I forgot to clean it after I used it last time, so I'm just using a baby wipe. Fairly simple. You can get, you know, you can get baby wipes for like 98 cents. They make really good stamp cleaners, or just any craft mess. They clean up really well. So since he likes lime green, I have a lime green. It's called Luscious Lime. It's a Stampin' Right marker from Stampin' Up. And it does work really well on the rubber stamps. So, since he likes lime green and it's his favorite color, I'm going to make his greeting lime green. Or in this case, Luscious Lime. And I'm just going to color over the saying. You want to make sure you get it covered pretty good. Make sure you get every part of it colored. I go over it once or twice, just to ensure that I get everything. And then you're just going to huff on it. And stamp it. Very cool. And there's our Happy Father's Day. And I'm just going to use my trimmer to trim it up like I always do. I'm not very good at cutting straight lines, so it works the best for me. You know, if you're really good at cutting straight lines and you can just kind of zip them out, go for it. That is not me. How I ended up with the creative gene and the inability to cut a straight line, I don't know, but I have to be really careful using a trimmer too, because sometimes even with a trimmer I don't get a straight line. Alright, and then I think I'm going to mat it in lime green too, since it's going to be on the white layer. We're going to make this nice and lime green for him. He should be really happy about that. So I'm just going to stick it on here. And I'm just going to trim up this piece. Not that it seems to want to trim very well. I'm just going to line it up and trim. I love the layered look for some reason. I don't know why. I really like using multiple mats and layering. I layer just about everything. So we're just gonna pop him on here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put him on some pop dots too, because like I said, it's not being mailed. We don't have to worry about, you know, if it'll go through the mail or not. So, just going to slap 3 pop dots on that and call it good. I think on the inside I'm just going to do a white border. I'm not going to do a whole lot. as far as decorating goes. I'm going to pretty well leave that up to my sister-in-law. I'm not going to put a saying in the middle of it or anything. Because it's not one that I'm using myself. So I like to leave options for, you know, whoever is going to use the card in this case. So that's all I'm going to do is just put a white layer. If I wanted to, maybe I'd cut out one of the other elements that went with that particular page. There's a gas can, and there's, I'm trying to think, I know there's a gas can and helmets and flags and trophies and stuff. And if I really, you know, if I was gonna do it and really embellish it, I might do that. But like I said, I'm gonna leave room for her to do what she wants to do on there. So we're just gonna put our mat down. And I got this new stamp the other day. My mom got it for me, and I really love it. My favorite thing in the whole entire world is frogs. So she found me a stamp that says totally handmade, which I thought was just really cool. So I'm going to stamp that on the back. And there's our finished card. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.